Women are miserable, and it's their fault. They broke the social contract.
Modern women can't help but tell on themselves online. We've got a video for you here today from Alexander Grace. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way in, and let's take a look at it.
Guys, I literally cannot right now. He was sending me videos and pictures of the dinner he just cooked, and I was like, oh my god, that looks so good. I get a call from Uber. He sent me the fucking food.
You have to marry this man!
These kind of videos are annoying because she's talking with a dude and he spends his time, energy, and money to send her a home-cooked meal, and all she wants to do is brag about it to her roommates and to the entire planet. It's just a massive sign of ingratitude, in my opinion.
What? Does he have any friends?
Like, I cannot.
Standard
Wait, there's a no manger this week.
Oh.
It looks insane.
Oh my god. I'm gonna.
Wow. He cooked this. And do you want some?
When's the wedding? When's the wedding? What is that? Plan it?
This is a big ass bite. Here we go.
Right there. Do you want to know a core difference between men and women? It's that men feel valuable by what they provide, and women feel valuable by what they receive.
It's one thing to feel valuable by what a woman receives, but it's completely different when she's openly bragging about it on the internet. This guy did something nice for her, and she just wants the entire planet to know, instead of just being thankful, that a guy would do that for her in the first place.
This video of her receiving food from a man, that's empowering. But you're not going to catch a woman posting a video of her preparing food for a man and sending it to him. No, that's not a flex. In this regard, each gender is very different. For a man, it validates his masculinity to pay for dinner, to take her on trips, to solve her problems, provide leadership, offer protection. He measures his worth by his capacity to give, but that is not reciprocal. Women are the opposite. She measures her worth not by what she gives to him, but by what she receives, what he gives to her. He bought this gift for me. He wrote this poem for me. He sent me this food that he cooked. I guess I'm just that special. I mean, look at all these things that he does for me. The more that she receives, the more valuable she feels.
What's sad is how all of those things that were mentioned are all considered part of the bare minimum for relationships. It's not enough for a man to go out of his way for a woman that he cares about. It's expected of him, and he's not even worthy of a thank you for doing that.
Now, this instinct to validate her worth by what she receives has turned completely toxic. The entitlement of modern women in dating and relationships is completely out of control. But the original impulse, that instinct to receive, that's not inherently problematic. In fact, there were important evolutionary reasons why that instinct exists. Think about how biologically vulnerable women are in a state of pregnancy. She can't do much. She needs a man to provide, to protect. She's only going to want to mate with a man who she knows is going to stick around. And so she's only going to sleep with a man if he has proved his commitment and loyalty to her. And how does he do this? By giving her things. The more he gives her, the more he demonstrates how invested he is, the more he wins her trust.
Most men wouldn't disagree with this sentiment. The problem is how a lot of modern women will demand the sun and the stars from a man even before the first date. And over the years, even if a man actually does do that, she's still not going to feel a vibe or chemistry. But of course, she still expects that fantastic treatment from the man.
The next time that you're on a date with a man, I want you to ask him, what are his love languages? Not in terms of receiving love, but in terms of giving love. Because if acts of service is not his main way of showing love, or at least in his top two, there is no way that he is in his masculine energy.
This whole idea that acts of service are supposed to be a man's love language towards a woman really shows their lack of character. It shows that these women aren't actually looking for committed, normal relationships. They are just looking for cash and prizes.
So if he's telling you that his love language is words of affirmation or like physical touch, that does nothing for you. You don't need a man who's on your phone telling you you're beautiful and then wants to have sex with you. You need a man who's going to take care of you and is going to be of service to you. You're welcome.
Now, this is the key point that you've got to understand, which is that this entitlement, this narcissism, the shameless stripping of men of any dignity, reducing him to a resource that she can exploit. All of that grew out of normal femininity.
When you think about it, when a woman is saying that she's looking for a provider who expects nothing in return, she's not actually looking for a man or a significant other. She's essentially just looking for a slave, a man that she can exploit and give him nothing but scraps in return.
This isn't a foreign contagion that lives in women like a parasite on a host. No, this attitude came from her innate psychology. It is a natural feminine instinct that has turned toxic. When discerning whether or not a man is trustworthy, if he's serious about a commitment, it is normal for women to look at three things. Number one, investment. She looks to see if he is dedicating time and energy and resources to the relationship. She uses that as a heuristic as to whether or not he's going to invest similar energy into a future family. Number two, attunement. She wants to see if he understands her, if he shows her compassion, because she imagines that if he can meet her needs now, then he's going to continue to do so in the future. And number three is significance. Is there room for her in his life? Does she matter to him? Is she important? Because if not, how can she rely upon him for resources and protection? And as I've said, all of this is normal. This is all healthy. Trust me, you want your daughter, when she's vetting for men, to be following this instinct.
And the disturbing part of all of this is that it didn't take too long to corrupt these things into women. Even 40 years ago, these things were still seen as normal and reasonable. It didn't even take half a century for modern women to become this toxic and entitled. It's actually pretty scary.
For the right guy, all you're gonna have to do is exist. Thank you.
It's disturbing how women like that think that merely existing is all she needs to do to get the man of her dreams, and any man who points out otherwise is either seen as hateful, narcissistic, or an incel. Any and all effort is thrust onto the shoulders of the man. It makes no sense.
If you're a man and you want to talk to me, at this point, you got to put a deposit down. If it doesn't go well, you don't get your money back. If it goes well, you still don't get your money back, but at least it was paid.
Buying a woman gifts and spending money on her used to be a relatively straightforward way of demonstrating your sincerity. You buy her flowers or jewelry, and in so doing, you handicap your individual self, reducing your total resources to invest in the relationship. When you spend money on her to take her on holiday or to pay for meals, it signals that you're no longer just thinking about yourself, you're thinking about us.
The messed up part is that it's no longer about the two becoming a couple. The man is expected to buy the flowers and the jewelry because she needs to know that it's all about her. And it's come to the point where men are just expected to just give out money for virtually no reason.
But now, men are increasingly reluctant to spend money on women. They don't want to play that game anymore.
Hey, babe, how are you not embarrassed when you ask a woman to split the bill or to go 50-50 in a relationship with you? But I'm truly asking this question. Why are you not embarrassed as a man?
I'm happy to answer this. Men are not embarrassed because it is women who broke the social contract. You see, men dropped out the moment that women stopped using the money that was spent on them as an indicator of the relationship and the commitment, and instead used it to boost her ego and enhance her status.
A man could ask the same question. How is a woman like this not embarrassed for posting a video on TikTok where she whines like a spoiled child over not getting the shiny things from men simply because she exists? It's not a man's responsibility to just buy her things for that reason.
You've got women who tally up all of the gifts that men buy them, and it has nothing to do with the level of commitment in the relationship. Instead, it's all about her and how desirable she is.
Show you everything that my boyfriend got me for my birthday. He literally did so well, and he spoiled me rotten, and I had the best birthday week ever.
This birthday haul showing all the things that a boyfriend buys you on your birthday. This is a big genre on TikTok, and it's highly questionable whether or not the true purpose is showing gratitude and appreciation for the boyfriend, or if it's just a way to flex to other women, to show off.
It's totally a flex. You can hear it in her voice. She's saying that her boyfriend did good, as if he's a dog who just got housebroken. She wants the world to know that she has a boyfriend that buys her things, and every woman who hears it should be envious of her. It's as plain as day.
I guess I'm just this desirable. I guess I'm just this special. I mean, look at all the things that he bought me. I doubt that it is an accident that the moment that she received the food, her first instinct was to pull out the phone and document it for social media. Because it's not enough that her friends were jealous. No, you've got to tell the whole world how desirable you are. You've got to advertise it. Look what men do for me. Women's instincts for comparison with other women, for status, for popularity, that was already reasonably volatile. Social media just poured petrol on the flame.
Social media combined with the rise of modern womanism also had a massive contribution to their entitlements as well. It's not enough to have a good man unless she has some kind of a reason to brag about it to the entire planet. It's completely insane.
Hot take, but I think that if you're really your man's dream girl and he's absolutely in love with you and head over heels obsessed with you, he wouldn't be letting you sit there at a job that absolutely makes you fucking miserable.
It takes a lot of nerve to say that if a man isn't giving you enough support to quit your job, that he doesn't love you. A man will move heaven and earth for the woman that he cares about, but she's just asking for the impossible and shaming any man who tries to say otherwise.
He'd tell you quit the job, that he's got you, he'll take care of you, and he'll figure out a way.
Do you see what has happened? Like, it's understandable women feel reassured when a man takes care of her needs, and that is fine, to a limit. But what happens if her needs are ridiculous and women's entitlement just goes insane? I am a feminist queen and your job is to take care of me completely. You don't want me to work at a job if I'm not having fun. If it's not comfortable, you'll figure out a way.
What makes it worse is how this attitude is directly preventing her from being able to live a halfway content life. Not that I really give a damn, by the way. The second women like this see men as nothing more than service providers is the second she seals her fate to spend the rest of her life by herself.
How exactly is a man meant to attune to that need? Like, if what she needs is just comfort when she's feeling sad, to be told that she's loved, that she's pretty, then yeah, in that instance with those needs, it makes sense to test for attunement. But if your need is now luxury holidays and designer handbags and to not work, the fact that he is not attuned to your need to contribute nothing and receive everything, that is not a mark against him. That's just a sign of how sexist and entitled you are. And I wish that collectively men everywhere would just say no to this bullshit.
And to make things worse, these women have confused wants with needs. These women feel like they need expensive presents, they need free dinners and cash on demand, but those are all wishes. They aren't things that she needs in order to survive.
My wife keeps trying to justify her purchases to me, and I'm just like, you're hot. You can do whatever you want. Buy whatever you want. It's fine. So, I don't know. Go buy your wife stuff.
That's the look of a broken guy. He buys his wife stuff simply because he wants to keep the peace in the house, because if he doesn't buy her anything, then she's going to make his life a living hell. It's incredibly sad. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Click this video that's up on the screen now if you want to see more. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.